Every morning, the first thing your customers do when they wake up is they take out their phone and they start scrolling and they get bombarded with ad after ad and just breeze by them. But what if I told you we could have your ads waiting for them in the places that they're going to be throughout the day? At the coffee shop in the morning when they get their latte, on the billboard as they're driving into work, and at the airport gate as they're taking their flight out. Unmissable, and more importantly, unskippable. Welcome to advertising in the real world. My name is Mary Cate Thalgott, and I'm the VP of Client and Business Transformation at AdOmni.
And I'm Curren Bickel, the Senior Product Manager for JEEN AI.
At AdOmni, our mission is simple. It's to make DOOH smarter, faster, and more accessible. And that's what we're here to cover today. We've been at it about 10 years, and I promise by the end of the session, you're going to see this industry in a whole new light. But before we get started, quick raise of hands. How many of you actually know what DOOH stands for? Okay, good. For those who didn't raise their hand, it's okay. I didn't either when I first started. DOOH stands for digital out-of-home advertising. So think of it as the classic printed ad on a billboard, but now it's alive. You can target real-time audiences, you can update it in real time, and you can buy it programmatically. A lot of people think that digital out-of-home is outdated. It's not. I like to think about it as video in real life, and the screens are all around you. So screens can be a spectacular in Times Square. It can be a billboard outside, on your taxi tops, in your bars and restaurants, or even at gas station pumps. They're everywhere you already are. And the really cool thing is you passed hundreds of our accessible screens on the way to this very conference today. When you were walking through their lobby, in your taxi, and even you were walking through the strip. AdOmni can let your ads be front and center wherever you are.
AdOmni is our easy-to-use digital out-of-home campaign planning platform where you can build a campaign, upload your creative, and launch in just minutes. There's no lead times and no minimums. And what you might not know is that you already have the creative. That CTV or mobile campaign you're running, you can take the creative from there, upload it into our system, and let AdOmni handle the rest. We have screens. We have 1 million screens across 90 countries, and we've served over 60,000 digital out-of-home campaigns to more than 1,000 clients. From DraftKings to Paramount Plus to FanDuel to Sinesta to Thorn, we have clients in almost every industry. AdOmni provides programmatic buying, transparent pricing, audience targeting, and full KPI reporting all in one place. And that's what makes it the perfect option for independent agencies and major media companies alike. And the best part about this ad is that you can't skip it. There's no fast forwarding, there's no ad blocking. When someone walks past one of our screens, they see it. We're reaching your audience where they work, shop, live, and play at the right moment in the right place. This is video in real life.
Okay, so I mentioned earlier that buying digital out of home had a bit of a reputation problem. And it's not that it's not a powerful medium, it is. It's the fact that buying it used to be a nightmare. 10 steps minimum. First, you had to locate a billboard. Then you had to find out who owned that billboard. Call or email the sales rep, get pricing and availability, wait days or even weeks later, negotiate because it's very expensive, sign lengthy contract with spending minimums, follow up with questions, receiving invoice, pay a lot of money, email content schedule, and then finally, you have to ask for performance report. So that was the traditional way. Limited inventory, limited flexibility. So let's fast forward 10 years. AdOmni has been at this for a while. So we were able to get this down to 5 steps. Online, buying it programmatically. Planning a strategy, finding inventory, setting your schedule, uploading creative, and launching campaigns. So that's pretty good, right? But we thought, you know what? We're going to do better. Because at AdOmni, we want to make sure that buying digital out of home is as easy as buying any other digital medium. Not just for agencies, not just for big brands with big budgets, but for anyone that wants to put their message on a screen. So we thought long and hard about this, and we invented JEEN AI. And we launched JEEN in late 2025. So with JEEN, it's 3 steps now. You can use JEEN to build your campaign, you would upload your creative, and you launch. And you can use JEEN in the time it takes you to order a cup of coffee. That's not hypothetical. That's the way we built it.
Now, we're constantly hearing two things from our advertisers. New to digital out of home, it's overwhelming. If you're experienced buyer, sometimes you just don't have time for the complexity. JEEN AI solves for both, whether you're planning your first digital out of home campaign or your 500th. And what makes JEEN special is we've packed thousands of AdOmni campaigns as well as real life strategies into the system so that when you're talking to JEEN, it's as if you're talking to a seasoned digital out of home strategist right at your fingertips. And that's what we're very excited to show you here today.
Okay, so enough talking about it. Curren, why don't you pull it up and let's give them a demo? But as he's doing that, I just want to let you know that JEEN works like any other AI chatbot. You talk to it, it responds. But the key difference is that JEEN speaks fluent digital out of home. So you just ask JEEN, what budget do I need? Where my inventory is, what my strategy would be. So think of JEEN as your senior media strategist that never takes a break and that's available 24/7. Okay.
All right. So this is the fun part. So let's imagine that we are looking to build a campaign in Las Vegas. We'll start off by asking JEEN, what inventory is available in Las Vegas? A little more, a little more. Okay. So now what JEEN's going to do for us is it's going to be pulling what the available screens are, as well as what venue types are there, give us some CPM information, as well as the total available impressions. All right, you can see here JEEN's saying there's about 7,000 screens in Las Vegas and over 35 different venue types. We're going to follow this link to our AdOmni share page. There's going to be a lot of information here, so we'll keep it tight, but we'll get to it all. We have here the key metrics tray that has everything that JEEN just gave us, as well as a long list of venue type breakdown by screens and CPM and all that good stuff. But you're
Everyone know
probably
what
thinking,
CPM is?
yeah, the CPM obviously is the price per 1,000 impressions. It's how digital home home is sold mostly. All right, so let's do. Obviously, 6,000 screens is too much inventory for one campaign. So that's where the fun part is we can ask JEEN narrow down the strategy to target sports fans for the upcoming NBA expansion.
Upcoming.
Upcoming, yeah.
So JEEN also deals with typos really well.
Yes, you can put whatever you want in here. All right, so what JEEN's going to do here is it's going to flesh out our target audience as well as recommend us the venue types. Obviously, there's 35 venue types, so it's going to narrow it down to 5 for us. You can see here, I'm going to scroll back up. We have some target audience information, 18 to 44, motivated by live events, sports content, all that makes sense. Then we have recommended venue types. You can see here we got sports entertainment, cinema, bar TVs for live events, watchers, and then gyms for the fitness overlap, as well as some behavioral insights to help guide our campaign.
So I think what's really cool is not only does it give you the venue types, but it gives you the reasons why those venue types were selected and the behavioral insights behind your audiences. So it's really thinking like a strategist when
Yeah.
giving you your strategy.
And so we'll follow that link Jane gave us to this new campaign, and you can see it included all of that rationale and strategy on this new thing, as well as the recommended venue types.
Okay, can
So
you scroll back up a little bit and you can show them the metrics tray? Okay, because we're going to update that soon. So kind of keep a mental image of what that looks like.
yeah. All right, so we can scroll down here and look at the map. Each of these dots represent a screen that we're targeting in our campaign. You can click in here and see this is Fred's Tavern. It's a bar jukebox with a CPM of $6.88, and that information is there for all of those screens. But that's just a JEEN recommended. This strategy for us doesn't mean it's all we have to go with. We can ask JEEN, like let's say we want a little more reach for our campaign. We can ask JEEN, add in digital billboards and remove the cinema. Whoa, theater screens. Now, JEEN is going to take a look at the screens available, add that in for us. And we'll watch that change happen live here. All right, bam. See, now we have digital billboards. We can even go down here, filter out the indoor screens, and take a look at the digital billboards. Now, the digital billboards have live shots. You can see these are actual hosts of the screens around town. Okay, and now What we hear a lot from clients is, what should we be spending on digital out of home? But Gene can answer that for you. We just asked Gene, can you recommend me a budget for this campaign? And Gene's going to take into account the size of the market as well as the number of venue types included. You can see for this Las Vegas, 5 venue types, it's recommending about $50,000, but it's also giving us an option for a more narrowed approach with 1 to 2 venue types for about $10,000. So it gives you options, with recommendation. It's not just a price sheet. We're going to go with let's go with the 50K for May. Now we'll scroll up. So we're going to be able to watch our metrics tray update live to account for the budget included as well as the dates. And there we go. So now our actual forecasted impressions for this campaign is 6.2 million. You can see the budget and the dates have updated appropriately. And from here, we could create our campaign, upload the creative, and launch and just be done. But I'm going to add one more finishing touch. I'm going to ask Gene, what are the recommended peak day parts for these screens?
Okay, for those of you out there who don't know, what are day parts, Curren?
All right, so day parting. Obviously, a ad play at midnight on a digital billboard is not going to be worth the same as one during rush hour. So we account for that through day parting. So we're going to restrict where it can play or when it can play, sorry, to the times that Gene's going to recommend. So we can see here we have digital billboards during commuter rush hours. That makes sense. Bar TVs during the evenings, gyms before and after work, and the sports entertainment also during the live times. So we can just as easily say, Gene, apply these to the campaign. And then it's just as a time, we're just going to go back to the presentation because we can see that happening later as well.
Okay.
Bam.
So, we're going to go all the way through.
Go.
Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's talk about this when the stakes are high. As we know, that businesses, any best laid plans sometimes fall apart and you have to pivot. And the businesses that succeed can pivot within hours and not weeks. So we have a really good example of one of our long-standing clients, UFC. Their fight card changed. And if you know anything about fight cards, sometimes that can change at the last minute. So within a week to go, their fight moved from Vegas to LA. So you can imagine they had a lot to do. They had to issue refunds, but more importantly, they had to sell out a 16,000 seat arena in a new location. So let that sink in, 16,000 seats. So with AdOmni, we helped them build a brand new strategy that was hyper focused to the LA area. New creative, new budget, new campaign. And the result? We helped sell 16,000 seats within 6 days. So that campaign took our team at AdOmni, this is years ago, hours to build. But with Gene, you can do it within minutes. So for time's sake, we have a recording. We have our prompt moving from Vegas to LA, and you can see that Gene has created a new campaign for them. So new venue types, new behavioral insights, all in the LA area. We'll go ahead and click into it. You can see it's very similar layout. This is our emergency sellout. We're going to go through campaign details. These are all of our recommended venue types. And then you can see it's hyper targeted to LA. So all of the pink dots are all of the screens that are available in LA to play this new ad. Okay, so that example was about speed. Let's talk about precision. So imagine you're a national retailer and you have brick and mortars all across the country and you want to target some key areas. So you don't want just reach, you want relevance. You want to meet your customers where they live, work, shop, and play. So that's what Sam's Club came to us with. They had a holiday content creator campaign already running on social media that they wanted to take off and put it into the real world. So we helped them with a POI or point of interest campaign. So we were able to take certain Sam's Clubs and these market targets, and we were able to look at a 5-mile radius around each of the Sam's Club and target all of the screens. So imagine if you're sitting at a bar or restaurant 2 miles away, you could get served up this Sam's Club ad. So the result, we were able to deliver 23 million impressions in less than 2 months in those key areas. And this is how we did it using JEEN. So again, Sam's Club, we have our prompt just for time's sake, pre-recorded. We'll go into our campaign plan. I believe we looked at Texas and Florida for this one. So everything in the black, those are the POIs. Those are going to be all of the Sam's Club locations. And then the pink dots are the available screens around them. And so you can see that we can even reduce it further to 1 mile if we want to tweak the campaign a little bit more. So there it's scrolling in and you can see exactly where your screens would be. Okay. Have you guys ever played Mad Libs growing up as kids? You guys like Mad Libs? So today, instead of playing Mad Libs, we're going to play Ad Libs. And I would love for you guys to shout out a city, audience, product, budget, and dates, and we'll input it into JEEN, and we're going to build our own campaign. Okay? All right. So can I get a city?
Miami,
Miami.
perfect.
Love it. Okay. How about who's our audience in Miami? Anybody? 35-year-olds? Do you want to say to 45? Okay. What are we promoting to these 30 to 45-year-olds? It's Miami. So is it fitness? F1?
Ooh,
Okay. All right. So what is our budget? 100,000? Okay. And how long do we want this to run for? Dates? 2 months starting when? Tomorrow?
All right, 2 months starting tomorrow.
Okay. All right. JEEN's going to think long and hard about this one. Okay. So you can see we have our venue recommendations, the rationale. So billboards, urban panels, gyms, Very Miami, sports entertainment venues, and then we have our behavioral insights. And again, it's going to pull up our strategy page with a full summary of exactly why it chose this strategy, our campaign details, our target budget, and especially our daily rate and all of the venues, and then the map of the location of where where all the screens are.
Where does it have me? Scrolling. This is a fun little thing that happens when you do live demos. Well, regardless, the inventory it's selected, we have all our screens. It applied the budget and the dates and the day parting just what we like. This is a small, mayhaps. I don't know why this.
We can see actually, if you scroll down, you can also see examples of all of the inventory.
Of the venue type, yes. You
all,
could,
yeah, all the inventory, which is pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Okay. Let's go ahead and. So what we learned today is that the digital marketing industry is changing all the time. Attention is scarce, audiences are fragmented, and the companies that win are the ones that can truly target their audiences where they're at every day.
The screens are out there. Your audience is waiting. Your creative is ready. The only thing missing is you.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time today. I do have one request. I would love for you guys, when you walk out of today's conference, look around. Look at your taxis, look on the strip, look at the spectaculars. You could be seeing this ad and you're going to know exactly how it got there using an AI-powered tool that took minutes, not weeks. This is our world, and we would love for it to be yours too. Thank you so much.